When you start eating 4 eggs every day, one of the first things your body really notices is the protein. And not just any protein, but high quality protein that your body can actually use very easily. Curious. Think of protein as the basic building block your body needs to repair itself, stay strong, and keep everything running smoothly. Every single day, your body is breaking down and rebuilding tissues, your muscles, your skin, even your internal organs. And for that rebuilding process, it needs the right fuel. Excited eggs give you exactly that. One egg already has a good amount of protein, so when you eat four, you're giving your body a solid, reliable supply. Now, here's something important. A lot of people think protein is only for people who go to the gym or lift weights. That's not true. Even if you don't exercise much, your body still needs protein just to maintain itself. As you get older, this becomes even more important because your body naturally starts losing muscle. Eating enough protein helps slow that down and keeps you feeling stronger and more active. Another thing you may notice is that you don't feel hungry as often. Eggs are very filling. When you eat them, especially in the morning, they keep your stomach satisfied for a longer time. This means fewer cravings, less unnecessary snacking, and better control over your eating habits. For many people, this alone can make a big difference in their weight. And it's not just about feeling full, it's about feeling steady. When you eat foods that don't have enough protein, your energy can go up and down quickly. You might feel hungry again very soon or feel tired after a short time, but eggs help give you a more stable energy level. You feel satisfied, focused, and less distracted by hunger. There's also something special about the type of protein in eggs. It contains all the essential amino acids your body needs. These are things your body cannot make on its own, so you must get them from food. Eggs provide them in a very balanced way, which is why they are often called a complete protein. This makes them one of the best and simplest foods you can include in your daily routine. Now imagine this over time. Day after day, your body is getting enough protein. Your muscles are better supported. Your hunger is more controlled. Your energy feels more stable. You may even notice that simple daily activities feel easier: walking, climbing stairs, carrying things. These are small changes, but they add up. But like everything, it works best when it fits into a balanced lifestyle. Eggs can do a lot, but they are just one part of the bigger picture. Still, when it comes to giving your body a strong, steady foundation, this simple habit can make a real difference. And sometimes the smallest daily choices are the ones that quietly change your health in the biggest way. Now let's talk about something most people don't even think about when they eat eggs, and that's the effect on your brain. When you start eating 4 eggs every day, you're not just feeding your body, you're also feeding your mind. And this is where things get really interesting. Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of a nutrient called choline. Many people have never even heard of it, but your brain depends on it more than you realize. Choline plays a big role in helping your brain send signals, stay sharp, and keep your memory working properly. Without enough of it, your brain just doesn't perform at its best. Now, here's the problem. A lot of people are actually low in choline without knowing it. It's not something you feel immediately like hunger or tiredness, but over time, it can affect how clearly you think, how well you remember things, and even how focused you feel during the day. When you start eating eggs regularly, especially in the amount we're talking about, you begin to fill that gap. You're giving your brain a steady supply of what it needs to function smoothly, and the change is not always dramatic overnight, but it's steady and noticeable over time. You may find that you're able to concentrate better. Tasks that used to feel a bit mentally tiring may start to feel easier. You might forget things less often, feel more organized in your thinking, and even respond quicker in conversations. These are small improvements, but they make a real difference in your daily life. There's also another side to this. Your brain doesn't just control your thoughts, it controls your mood as well. When your brain is well supported with the right nutrients, you tend to feel more balanced. You're less likely to feel mentally drained or foggy. That heavy, slow feeling in your head that some people experience during the day can start to fade. And let's be honest, in today's world, your brain is under constant pressure. You're always thinking, always processing information, always dealing with stress. So giving it proper nutrition is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Eggs, in this case, become a very simple and natural way to support that. Another thing to understand is that brain health is not just about today, it's also about the future. What you eat now plays a role in how your brain performs years from now. Nutrients like choline help support long term brain function and may reduce the risk of certain mental declines as you age. So you're not just improving how you feel today, you're investing in your future as well. When you combine this with the protein and other nutrients you're already getting from eggs, it creates a strong foundation for both your body and your mind. You're not relying on complicated diets or expensive supplements. You're simply using a basic food in a smarter way. And that's the key. Sometimes better focus, better memory, and a clearer mind don't come from something complex. They come from giving your brain what it has been missing all along. Take care of your brain, and it will take care of everything else. Now let's move to something that often gets ignored until it starts causing problems, and that is your eyes. Most people don't think about eye health on a daily basis, but the truth is, your eyes are working nonstop from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep. And just like the rest of your body, they need the right nutrition to stay strong. When you start eating 4 eggs every day, you are quietly giving your eyes a layer of protection that many people miss. Eggs contain two very important nutrients called lutein and zeaxanthin. These are natural compounds that play a big role in keeping your eyes healthy, especially as you get older. Think of these nutrients like a natural shield for your eyes. Every day, your eyes are exposed to light, screens, sunlight, and all kinds of strain. Over time, this can slowly damage the delicate parts inside your eyes. That's when problems like blurry vision or difficulty seeing clearly can begin. But lutein and zeaxanthin help protect against that kind of damage. What makes eggs special is that these nutrients are in a form that your body can absorb very easily. It's not just about what you eat, it's about what your body can actually use. With eggs, your body takes in these nutrients efficiently and puts them to work where they are needed most. Now imagine this happening every single day. You're not waiting for a problem to show up, you're building protection in advance. Over time, this can help reduce the risk of common eye issues, especially those that come with age. Your vision stays clearer and your eyes stay more comfortable. Another thing people often notice is less eye strain. In today's world, we spend hours looking at screens, phones, computers, TVs. That constant focus can make your eyes feel tired, dry, or heavy. When your eyes are getting the right nutrients, they are better able to handle this stress. You may find that your eyes don't get tired as quickly, and you feel more comfortable even after long periods of screen use. There's also a long-term benefit here. Eye health is something that usually declines slowly, not suddenly. Many people don't realize there's a problem until it has already progressed. By then, it becomes harder to manage. But when you support your eyes early with the right nutrition, you give yourself a better chance of maintaining good vision for a longer time. And again, this is coming from something very simple. You're not relying on complicated treatments or expensive products. You're just adding a basic food into your daily routine. And over time, it's working in the background to protect one of your most important senses. When you combine this with the other benefits, stronger body, sharper mind, you start to see the bigger picture. It's not just about one part of your health. It's about supporting your whole system in a steady, natural way. Because in the end, protecting your vision is not something you think about later. It's something you take care of now, before problems even begin. Now let's talk about the one thing that makes most people nervous when they hear about eating eggs every day, and that is cholesterol. For years, people have been told to avoid eggs because they are high in cholesterol. And because of that, many have stayed away from one of the most nutritious foods simply out of fear. But here's where the truth is a little different from what most people believe. Yes, eggs do contain cholesterol. There's no denying that. But the real question is, what does that actually do inside your body? And this is where many people get confused. The cholesterol you eat is not the same as the cholesterol that builds up in your blood in a harmful way. Your body is actually very smart. It already produces cholesterol on its own because it needs it for important functions like making hormones and supporting cell health. When you eat foods like eggs, your body often adjusts by producing a little less on its own. So, for most healthy people, eating eggs does not suddenly push cholesterol to dangerous levels. In fact, for many people, something interesting happens. Instead of making things worse, eggs can actually improve the balance between what we call good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. The good kind helps carry excess cholesterol away from your arteries, which is a positive thing for your heart. Now, this doesn't mean eggs are magic or that you can ignore everything else in your diet. If someone is eating a lot of processed food, unhealthy fats, and living a very inactive lifestyle, then adding eggs on top of that won't fix the problem. Health is always about the full picture. But if your overall diet is balanced, eating 4 eggs a day is not the danger many people think it is. In fact, for a large number of people, it can fit in perfectly fine without causing harm. There are, of course, some exceptions. People who already have certain health conditions, like serious cholesterol issues or heart disease, need to be more careful and should always follow proper medical advice. But for the average person, the fear around eggs has been much bigger than the actual risk. What's important here is understanding, not just avoiding. When you understand how your body works, you stop making decisions based on fear and start making them based on facts. And this is where balance comes in again. Eggs can be a very healthy part of your routine, but they work best when combined with other good habits: regular movement, enough sleep, and a diet that includes fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. When you look at it this way, eggs are not the problem. In many cases, they are actually part of the solution. So instead of being afraid of cholesterol in eggs, it's time to see the bigger picture and focus on what truly supports your health over the long run. Because sometimes what we've been avoiding for years turns out to be something our body actually needed all along. Now let's talk about something you can actually feel in your daily life, and that is your energy. A lot of people go through their day feeling tired, slow, or just not fully active. They wake up already low on energy, and by the middle of the day, they feel like they need something extra just to keep going. This is more common than you think, and often it comes down to what you're putting into your body. When you start eating 4 eggs every day, you're giving your body a steady source of nutrients that directly support your energy levels. Eggs are not just about protein. They also contain important vitamins like B12, along with healthy fats and minerals that your body uses to produce energy in a natural and steady way. Let's keep it simple. Your body needs fuel to function, just like a car needs fuel to run. But not all fuel is the same. Some foods give you a quick boost and then leave you feeling even more tired later. That's what happens with a lot of sugary or highly processed foods. You feel good for a short time, and then your energy drops. Eggs work differently. They provide a more stable and lasting form of energy. Because they contain protein and healthy fats, they slow down digestion just enough to keep you feeling fueled for a longer time. This means you don't get those sudden drops in energy. Instead, you feel more steady throughout the day. Now, think about how this affects your routine. When your energy is stable, everything becomes easier. You can focus better, move more, and get through your tasks without feeling drained. Even simple things like walking, working, or staying active don't feel like a burden anymore. Another important part is vitamin B12. This vitamin plays a key role in helping your body turn food into usable energy. When your body doesn't get enough of it, you can feel weak, tired, or even mentally slow. Eggs help fill that gap naturally, without needing supplements or complicated changes. There's also iron and other nutrients in eggs that support your blood and oxygen flow. When your body is getting enough oxygen, you feel more awake and alert. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in how you feel from morning to evening. Over time, this steady energy can even change your habits. When you don't feel tired all the time, you're more likely to stay active, move around, and take better care of yourself. It becomes a positive cycle. You feel better, so you do more, and because you do more, you feel even better. And again, this is coming from something very simple. You're not relying on caffeine all day or looking for quick fixes. You're just giving your body the right kind of fuel and letting it do what it's designed to do. When your body gets what it truly needs, it responds in a very natural way. You don't have to force energy, you start to feel it on your own. And that's when you realize Real energy doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from consistency in the small things you do every single day. Now, after hearing all these benefits, it's very easy to think, all right, I'll just start eating 4 eggs every single day and that's it, problem solved. But this is where we need to slow down a little and understand something very important. No single food, no matter how healthy it is, can replace balance. Eggs are powerful, no doubt about that. They give you protein, support your brain, help your eyes, and provide steady energy. But your body doesn't run on one food alone. It needs variety. It needs different nutrients coming from different sources, all working together. Think of your body like a team. Eggs are one strong player, but you still need the rest of the team to perform well. You need vegetables for fiber and vitamins, fruits for natural nutrients, healthy grains for energy, and enough water to keep everything moving smoothly. When all of these come together, that's when your body truly feels the difference. There's also the fact that not everyone's body reacts in the same way. Some people can eat 4 eggs daily and feel great. Others might need to adjust based on how their body responds. Maybe for someone, 2 or 3 eggs is enough. Maybe someone else needs to be a bit more careful because of their medical condition or their overall diet. And that's completely normal. Health is never one size fits all. Another thing people often ignore is how the eggs are prepared. Eating boiled or lightly cooked eggs is very different from eating them with too much oil, butter, or processed sides. The way you cook your food matters just as much as the food itself. A healthy habit can quickly turn into an unhealthy one if it's not done the right way. Also, portion control matters more than people think. Even healthy foods, when eaten in excess without balance, can create problems over time. It's not about fear, it's about awareness, understanding what your body needs and giving it the right amount, not just more. And let's not forget lifestyle. You can eat the best foods in the world, but if you're not moving your body, not sleeping properly, or constantly stressed, your health will still suffer. Food is a big part of the picture, but it's not the whole picture. So when you look at eggs, don't look at them as a miracle solution. Look at them as a strong, helpful part of a bigger plan. Use them wisely, include them in a balanced diet, and pay attention to how your body feels. That's the real secret. Not extreme changes, not quick fixes, but steady, simple habits that you can follow every day without stress. Because in the end, true health is not built on one food. It's built on balance, consistency, and understanding your own body.